What's poppin', man? It's your boy Big Sauce, Coach John, 221 Trap Podcast. I'm honored to have the esteemed Miss Smith-Baylor, legendary figure in the AAU game, man. Has helped over 2,000 young men and women get to college for free around the country. Millions of connections with college coaches, men and women. Though countless events, men and women. Mentored me when I came in the game. Just always down for the people. Started out of necessity. Westside High School alumni. Y'all know how that go. Ninth and Jerry. Don't play with it. And just about her business. She was recently honored, and I'm going to make sure she continue to be honored. Toy, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on, John?
I'm glad to see you back. I know the first time we had a little technical difficulties. I apologize about that, but yeah, we good. So how you feeling?
I'm feeling really good. We just got through with our gala last month. So I'm happy about that, and I'm happy about our upcoming events, and wanted to proposition you, see if you can come out here and give us some of your expertise and come and speak on these children and their talents and skills and all of that stuff when it deals with recruitment, because you got the eye for basketball.
Oh, that's real. So which event? We talking long term, or you want me to do just one?
No, long term. I got a college event coming up in October, and then right after that, I got another college and high school girls and boys event coming up in December. So I'm doing all of my winter and fall and winter events, and then we're gonna kick it into the spring when we start doing the live events.
Man, I'm down. Like, I appreciate that. I'm honored by that. And I just feel like I want to give kids who deserve a chance. Like, you that pipeline, that voice. If a kid good enough to make it, I don't care where they from, what they look like. If you want to work, we can get you through there. You know what I mean? So I'm honored. Yeah, I definitely want to do that. You know what I mean? So what event do we have coming up in October?
In October, we have the women's junior college event. In that event, I have junior colleges and women prep schools, girls' high school prep schools. They will be coming and competing. I have about close to 30 teams that will be coming to play in front of four-year schools for potential scholarship opportunities. And I never kind of did write-ups on those kids that participated. We kind of honored the, MVPs or the kids that really were exceptionally standout. But I think it's important because it's a lot of kids that don't get acknowledged, that need the acknowledgement, and college coaches need to actually pay attention, because it's a lot of kids that be putting up numbers and not just scoring numbers. And I'm talking about with defense and rebounds and those type of things that, because coaches kind of come in and already know who they're recruiting and what they're doing, but they need to kind of be looking for those underdog kids that need that same type of rah-rah that they giving for the kid that's scoring 20, 30 points.
Right. Like the kid that's going to help you win games.
Yes.
Skills are transferable. Those are kids I like to scout. Like the kid that's going to defend, make the right play hard. They may score 8, they may score 20, but they're going to be the reason you win. You know what I mean? Their defense, their activity. Those are the kids I think need to get publicized more. I think a lot of people look for the flash and the glamour because they don't like to go deeper into the game, like who's setting picks, who's setting screens, what kind of offense is the kid in, stuff like that. So
and that's why the transfer portal is high.
So look, let me tell you, where's the direction of women's basketball in Indiana? How do you feel about it? Like, what's the strengths, weaknesses? Let's go high school first. How do you feel about high school basketball, women's high school basketball in Indiana?
Well, right now, with women's high school basketball, I can't really say because I'm not really out there, especially in Indiana. I'm more on the Illinois line, and it's kind of hit and miss. You have 2 to 3 kids, I would say, at each school that are, top caliber kids, and then you got your kids in the middle, and then you got your kids that just play high school basketball for fun. I'm starting to see a lot more of those. To me, right now, just, experience with the AAU the traveling basketball. Let me stop saying AAU. With traveling basketball, I think the younger generation between 7th, 8th, and 9th grade is probably your best when we're talking about girls basketball.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But right now, I think it's kind of down with the seniors and juniors. They're not.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing like a whole bunch of top tier kids out there.
Yeah, I think the pandemic set a lot of them kids off that was in 7th, 8th, 9th grade, made them lazy, just like customer service workers. So I think you're seeing that now with a lot of juniors and seniors that was lazy for 2.5. Like, if you take a kid and they lazy from 7th grade to 10th grade, it's damn near over. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to tell a kid to run a suicide or run a mile in under 7 minutes. They like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So now the other kids are eager to get back outside. So that's why I see the desire. Let me ask you a question. I'm thinking about going. I've had job offers and stuff for the female side. Obviously, I'm doing a lot of scouting. People don't know I worked at a lot of pros over summer. You've called me about like high level prospects. What's the biggest difference style wise that I should know going into dealing with women as far as boys basketball, coming from that side for so long?
I can't say that it's a real big difference as far as the style. Of course, the girls are not going to be doing all of these, dribbling and, doing all these finesse type plays like that. Girls basketball always has been fundamental, and when they play fundamental basketball, they win games and they look good. And, you like I said, you only have 1 or 2 kids that I'll say in each state that is playing on the level of a boy,
Yeah.
So,
one thing I learned is like working out some girls, what made me commit to it is like girls, you can tell a boy to do 10 shots with his left hand, right? By the 4th shot, he going to be fading back. This nigga gonna be done did some step back James Harden shit. Yeah, the girl is gonna do it 75 times in a row.
The same way you told her.
Yeah. Man, that nigga be the shot reverse. They shoot from half court. Like they just don't have unless they really dedicated, they don't have the attention span to do what I need them to do over and over. And girls,
girls have an attention span, and they do exactly what you ask them to do. So sometimes you do need them to think outside the box as well.
You're a hooper. You're a hooper. So, who are some of the kids? I know you got some under the radar kids. Tell me about a couple of under the radar kids you kind of got your hands on. You just seen around there a little bit.
Well, right now, like I said, my younger kids are my 7th graders are really, really good. I actually had them playing with high school this year, so I kind of rave about them. And then I have some freshmen. Actually, 2 of them are at a private school in Indiana. They're freshmen and they're over 6 feet. They're really good. And then I got 2. I got a 6'3" young lady that is playing at it's not a private school. It's just a suburb school. It's 2 of them. They're both playing at the suburb school. And then I also got a guard that's in Flossmoor area. So I got some pieces. I just gotta, get them on point. But I mean, one thing about you, your people know, like if they pay attention and they loyal, they gonna win. You know what I mean? So just do what I ask you to do. You gonna win. It's more than basketball. They gonna win for life.
And you gonna win in life. So let's talk about what got you started. As far as in basketball, did you start? And let people know where you got your start from.
Well, as far as in Gary, Indiana, I played basketball myself. And then when I came back from college, I decided to coach a boys team because in Gary, we just didn't have the kids weren't getting exposure, and no one was putting any time, money, or energy in the kids here. They were just playing kind of local basketball. And I just noticed that these kids weren't leaving and going off to school. So I decided to, start at the middle school level, because usually at that level, once you start training and working with those kids, you got them. So I did have a good group of loyal kids that stuck with me until they graduated. And I ended up with some Division I prospects, as well as some kids that had to go to junior college and I had one young man that went to the service, and then I had another young man open up a barbershop and decided not to play basketball anymore. And it kind of came from that. Started hosting tournaments, Bridge in Indianapolis and Chicago together, and it opened up. After that, I had the Jeff Teagues, Jabari Parker, all of those guys in the 5th and 6th grades starting playing in my events. And it just went from there. And, I just been blessed. The Lord has kept me in this game for a long time. I had longevity in the business and just, doing things right. When you do things right, you can have longevity. So.
Yeah. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And as you take that journey, like, what's allowed you to stay relevant over so long period of time?
Just helping my kids in school and helping other people's kids in school is more than just you come into a basketball tournament. For me, we want to make sure that your kids are recruited and they're in the best position as possible. I love basketball. I love, seeing the kids achieve their dreams. I did another podcast and it was talking about playing for Vivian Stringer. I always wanted to play for Vivian Stringer, but of course at that time Vivian Stringer wasn't recruiting in Gary, Indiana. So she didn't discover me, but she ended up discovering a kid that I trained and brought to light. So that's a big accomplishment when you're looking at, dealing with those caliber of coaches and programs and stuff like that.
That's amazing. Cause like, I felt that cause it's like, when I be helping kids, it's like, damn, you see a direction. I see a direction I went and I see a direction I'm preventing them from, what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what? I went through this shit. If you follow my instructions, I promise you won't go through none of the things I went through. So I totally felt that. Now, your events, you do boys and girls events, but how do people find you? Like if somebody's watching this and I repost this clip, how can they find out? You know what? Let me research. Was it Baylor.org, right? BaylorBasketball.org. They can go to our website, and actually, if they look on the blogs, they can see many of the kids that I have placed in college. I have placed over 5,000 kids plus in college today, boys and girls. They can see some of the articles of the kids as well as the list of our tournaments, some of the college coaches that attend our events. All of that is on our website at BaylorBasketball.org. We also are on Instagram and Twitter at Baylor Youth. I hope y'all got them digitals because my mind worked a little faster than y'all. She said 5,000 kids, man. Plus, I start counting. I need to do it for stat reports. Give me some grants. 5,000 human beings, free educations. We not gonna even. I'm too old to try to figure out what that is financially, but a lot of lives change. So those kids get older, they start having kids. That's kind of how you build your network in the game. Mm-hmm. So are the majority of tournaments all based in the Chicago area? Yeah, this year I'm hosting my major events are in Chicago, and then I have one in Appleton, Wisconsin, and this year I'm actually doing an event in Orlando, Florida. So I have about 4 in Chicago, 1 in Appleton, Wisconsin, and then I'm going to do an event in June in Orlando, Florida. So what is the Wisconsin one? It's the May Havoc, which is a really good one. We bring in a lot of teams from Wisconsin, Illinois, and also Minnesota. Last year we had about 88 teams that participated. That's only my second year of hosting that event there. Wow. So hopefully this year we can make this event bigger because it's a beautiful facility that we're hosting the event at. So it's called the Champion Center, 8 courts. Real beautiful facility, and like I said, real competitive. It's open to boys and girls teams from 5th grade all the way to high school. That's good. That's good information. Now, all of your events are extremely organized. So I know people have to understand that if they come, it's probably a deadline. You're gonna have to have the money on time. You know, you're not waiting to the last minute. It's not gonna be no versus team one, team flight, no made up team. You hoping to fill it up. You gotta play somebody's tired. And you also do don't you do a lot of stuff with the hotels in the area? I know for the ones I went to, you had
and all our events are linked to hotels. We negotiate and get the best prices for the teams. You're not going to get it any less, and also with cancellations. When you book through our link with the hotels, you'll be able, if something happened, another COVID outbreak, you'll be able to get your money back.
Now, what is the Orlando event? What event is that? Is that boys
this
and
is a
girls
new
also?
event that I'm collaborating with another organization and hosting that. It's I don't know if you heard of TNT out of Ohio. We're working together to bring this event to Orlando.
That's gonna be dope. So is that like all grade? What y'all doing? High school, middle school?
Yeah, it's going to be boys and girls, all grades, 5th through 12th.
What's the dates on that one?
It's going to be the last weekend of June.
Now, how do your live periods go? As far as I know, you've been a big advocate of independence. You've always protected the independent guys like myself.
Yes.
How do your live periods still go? They still not, right? You still get your coaches in the building. Okay.
Yeah, still get the coaches in the building. People got to understand, because a lot of them like, oh, I want to come to a place where all these coaches in the building. If the coaches don't know about you, then, because coaches follow particular kids. So I have been blessed to always maintain to get a diversity of coaches, Division I, Division II. I get a couple, maybe Division III, but NAIA and junior colleges. So I try to get all levels for kids that, are the underdog kids and no one knows about these kids. Major Division I college coaches are not coming out to look for you if you are not actively being recruited now, or they just don't know about you and happen to see you, come out and compete. And that's what parents are kind of like, bamboozled with when they are listening to these people putting them, and I call it the circus, because it ain't a circuit, it's a circus, because all they doing is going round and round and getting all them fake write-ups and going nowhere.
Yeah. And that's why I want to get in the game. I want to bring some legitimacy to the game. Like, so what
It's needed.
Is it a level of honesty that, because the reason I went to your tournaments is because you were able to balance, you still had the Mean Streets and the Mac Irvins and the Howard Pulleys, and that they respected you enough to come, but a guy like me, an independent guy, can play him on a fair shot, and you didn't care who won. And that's a few. It's not a lot of events like that to get a little guy shot to knock off the big guy. And you always, I won it 3 times in the Rio, uno, dos, tres. You know what I mean? 3 times in the rear, so I knocked off a lot of big guys. Yeah. NWA hoops. I was a lot of teams, but it was me winning it. So I want people to understand that that's very difficult. How do you maintain that relationship where you keep those? You get so much respect, and when those guys aren't playing at other events, they come to your stuff.
Yeah, the whole thing is about playing competition. People want to play competition, and it's not just about shoe company versus the independent. And you do get some shoe companies who will say, "Hey, I don't want to play that particular team right there." But I never got that from the ones that came to my events. They play whoever, whether they win, lose, or draw. They might but they might come and steal your kid afterwards. No, but I'm just
they gonna steal it.
But they had no problem. And like you said, I've been doing it for a long time, and it's the quality. It's quality over quantity. I'm not into that mindset. So as long as people are playing equally yoked competition, they're going to always come. And like you said, college coaches are in the building recruiting these kids. Last summer, I do the Chicago Summer Jam. That's our biggest tournament. I always do that right after the 4th of July. This weekend, I believe it's July the 8th through the 10th. We have about 36 different states that come to this event, as well as teams. We had teams from Belgium. We had teams from Germany. So they come from all over to this event. It's a great event because the same weekend we had the Taste of Chicago. So it's so many activities and everything for the families to participate in, as well as come and get good competition. We had two eighth graders that got offered right on the spot at my event from what's the name of the school? It just slipped my mind right there. Atlanta offered two eighth graders.
Oh wow, that's
so
amazing.
I was just like, that was pretty awesome for those kids and that team. They won the championship too. So that and all those kids were playing up, which was crazy.
Oh wait. So let me ask you this. Let me ask you, because say somebody's watching Indianapolis or Gary or Ohio or whatever, anywhere in the country, and they got a team that's pretty good locally, but they not ready for the mean streets and the Matt Irvins, but they want to play some good regional competition. Can they still reach out to you and not get embarrassed but compete? Don't you have different levels, right?
Yeah, we had different levels, and when you register, we have a platinum, gold, and a silver division, and we actually play them in that. So, you always have teams that say, I'm platinum. Okay, well, once we put you in pool play, you prove that you platinum. I shouldn't have to say, many, mo. You're going to play yourself out and you go that platinum division if you win it. And you losing and you saying you're not platinum. I mean, you saying you are platinum, you might end up in that silver division. So we always have a platinum, a gold, and a silver division. We give out real live trophies. I don't know if people understand we don't give out medals because now the NCAA has regulated and said that you can't give out individual medals to kids. So you always have to give out a team trophy. So it's not me being cheap. It's, we got to follow the regulations of the NCAA when we host these events.
People always got to complain about something. So when does your calendar start?
Well, like I said, we got the October. I go all year round, so I do the event in October. I don't have anything in November. Do a holiday tournament in December, and then January and February I host a weekend tournament. I got a one-day tournament, and then I really kind of kick off in April. I start off with our Easter event. I used to do the Battle of the Borders. I kind of cut that out because all of my people outgrew me. It's just so funny to see all these phases of teens that participated in my events, and now all their kids are in college. So it's wonderful, and at the same time, I got to connect, with the younger teams too. So I try to pick them up in the fall and the winter.
It ran its course beautifully though.
Mm-hmm. It did.
It really did. Yeah. It really did. It was legendary. Mm-hmm. You didn't let it hang around too long either. It didn't go out bad, you know what I mean? So
right.
It was time, you know what I mean? Walked away, retired at the right time. So now for the event in October, if it's a young lady, she's unsigned, she thinks she want to get in front, is it too late for her to register or is it shut down already?
Well, yeah, because this event is for you already have to be on a team. These are actually junior college teams that are coming and playing for a 4-year scholarship. So these are 2-year community colleges across the country that are coming to play, as well as these are prep schools that are across the country that are coming to play. And even I have a local example sports will actually be playing in our junior college, and Arizona Compass is coming down. I'm actually working out, trying to work things out to get some more prep schools in too, because these are high school teams that have ranked players on there that are coming to get 4-year looks as well.
Then you got some top 100 young ladies coming too, right?
Yeah, also both of those programs, that are currently registered. Yeah.
Wow, that's good. So now, are the young girls, they still Baylor? They still kind of playing your tournaments, playing your circuits? If a team was looking for an entire circuit, they could probably work something out before. I've seen you work out. Hey, you can play 5 or 6 of my events. You do it over a few years. It's basically like being a part of a fishing circuit. You know what I mean? You're gonna be loyal.
Well,
You're gonna get the
I don't call mine a circuit.
Well, not a circus. Yeah.
A circuit.
Well, a fishing operation. A fishing operation.
Yeah, come and play some quality tournaments where you won't be put in the back of the gym. You be playing right in front of the college coaches, especially at the women's level.
Now, look, how hard was it coming in this game as a black woman when you came?
Very. It's very hard. It's still hard now. You know, you have some people that respect you, and of course, like you said, I've been in it for over 30 years, so I earn my respect from the relationships that I have built with different traveling coaches as well as college coaches. But the hate is real on men, women. I mean, it is what it is. I just go around people.
So when you get hate like that, you actually smell bullshit early, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
You just know how to deal with it.
Yeah. So have you had things in Indiana or Illinois that you wanted to throw and people sabotage you?
All the time, and still to this day.
So it's like gym space or not holding an event, things like that?
Yeah, those type of things, yeah.
Yeah. So at some point, do you just say, because when people do that, they can't compete with you talent for talent. That's why they got to do all the devilish shit in the background. You know what I mean? That's all the shit I ever went through. People had to do cutthroat shit because when you line me up on the sidelines, nobody's better. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you got to make all these excuses. You got to make me out to be a demon, even though I'm a family man. I'm not here breaking my fucking neck, paying bills and shit. But you want to make me out to be a terrorist because you want to avoid the fact I'm a great coach. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, I'm not a terrorist. Listen, but so the thing about it is, how was it though, like feeling people like, damn, y'all really trying to take food out my mouth?
Well, so much in the beginning when I started with this, I had like referees wouldn't acknowledge my calls. Other coaches wouldn't shake my hand after beating them. I actually gained a lot of friends when I was when I first started out beating a couple of men, because they always come back and be like, I ain't never had no woman beat me, type of thing. So that part was the cute part. But like you said, when they are blocking you from gyms and, ignoring you or trying to compete the same weekend you're competing, you're hosting an event, or, calling your teams and offering your teams to come, their team, for them to come to their events for free versus mine. And people just gotta, understand what they represent versus what I represent. And like I said, I had a lot of loyal teams that have always been able to support me. So some of that riffraff stuff I can kind of avoid. And then some of it is just blatant and you can't do anything about it. So, and like I said, the Lord has protected me from all this time. So, hey, if it was meant to be, it was meant to be. And that's how I look at it, like that. I don't let it stop me, because if that was the case, I would have folded long time ago.
Yeah. And like me, like the first time I went through this game, I was angry as shit. Like, y'all can't see what I'm doing. I'm supposed to be revolutionizing this shit. And I was just like, I come out, now my son in college, I come in this game knowing 88% of y'all idiots. So it's not even personal. Like, it don't even matter. It's like just walking past a room full of imbeciles. You know what I mean? Like, if I see you an imbecile, I don't even talk basketball. Like, it don't strike me no more. You know what I'm saying? Because I've earned my respect around the country. And it's like, because a lot of people, unfortunately, and I'm talking to, and a lot of race plays a big part in all this. We not sugarcoating nothing. But the problem is, race is going to be what it's going to be. We think that we need to like compete with each other instead of eat with each other. You know what I mean? It's too many egos in a way. Like, it shouldn't be a tournament. Like, as soon as I started basketball, I'm like, damn, Toy, hey, can we come play? When, you know what I mean? Like, it shouldn't be. Right. That's how the hustle go. You know what I mean? That's how it should go. But everybody think a different flavor of Kool-Aid is better until they ain't got nothing to drink. Then they right back.
Right.
You know, as you
Asking
cut that
you for
water
help
hose
and
on.
help and help.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
cool. Yeah. Look, I ignore them calls.
yeah. And I mean, I've had college coaches, high school coaches, sabotage my AAU. I've had people meddle. I've had people write anonymous letters. I've had people lie on me. I've been threatened violently by college nerds. You know what I mean? Like, it's just been a rough ride, but that ride made me endure, and it made me just be like, you know what, God got something bigger for me and my son. You know what I mean? Like, so now I come in, I'm calm. I see a parent may be frustrated. I reach out to him now. Hey, you know what, man? I know what you're feeling. You know what I mean? Let me help you with your kid. Like, so, I wouldn't feel right with God if I kept the knowledge to myself. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Because I survived so much. You know what I'm saying? I survived so much. So what can people do if you want to start you serious about your daughter in basketball, right? At what point should she start playing competitively, like other than local competition? If I want my daughter to go to college, or I want a kid to go to college, or a boy or whatever, what age do you think they should start getting serious about basketball?
Well, honestly, in the beginning, even with the training from 5th to 6th grade, 7th grade, because I mean, technically, coaches can start recruiting in the 7th and the 8th grade. You know, looking at kids, so they do need to start early, and if they have no skill, they need to take advantage of the the biddy ball and the YMCA type of things. But it's so funny now. I know on the boys level, they starting with 1st and 2nd graders playing, and I mean they compete and playing. So I just don't never think it's too late to put a ball in your kids' hand if you really want them to kind of master this game and make it where the kids actually want it and love it. Because I mean, this is a rough year for me as far as the competition of basketball. I have always had dogs from when I started to into last year, and then I got hit with a bunch of average kids that I don't know if they really like basketball or they parents are pushing them to, hey, go to this lady because you're going to go to college regardless. I don't know what it is, but I just didn't get a good group of kids that really, and like someone said to me, these were the kids that were the 11th man and the 8th man off the bench at their school team. So they coming over here to you can't expect them to have that mentality to, go out there. But my whole thing is, as long as you compete hard, I have no issues with you. But when you don't compete hard and you okay with it, then honestly, I'll be trying to tell them parents, you know what, I don't think this is for your kid. You don't need to do that. Because I mean, this is the last couple of years I had kids, that I'm placed in school and literally, thanks to their high academics, have been able to maintain and stay in school. Other than that, they didn't want to play basketball. And nothing's wrong with that. But I just want people to be real with what their situation is.
Yeah, definitely. And like, my thing, I tell kids, like, my practice is going to be probably hardest shit you ever seen. But I promise, if you stay with me 6 months, at least till you get to high school, if you stick to my routine, you'll never get cut. And it's kids that used to break down and cry in the corner when I first started coaching them, and fucking damn near you thought they was gonna spaz out and hated basketball that just went to college on the strength of I wouldn't let them quit. You know what I mean? So I think we need people that care about kids that ain't glamorous. But the problem is basketball, especially in Indiana, it's like it's a social status for people. A lot of people don't have no life, they don't have nothing to do, unfortunately. So they need to be involved in basketball. A lot of dudes say, well, I need this position. So I will sacrifice the development of these kids to keep this position, to keep John Loudon out of this position. Even though I know him or another coach may be better for this position, hiring this coach will get the hype, or hiring my frat brother or hiring my friend will get the hype. So that's why the level of incompetence in Indiana, especially Indianapolis, is so high. Because like the real dudes get boxed out. Like the square C dudes like me coming, they like, oh man, Now it's some that hit me like, hey, I can't laugh at your joke, dog, but you got me. And them the ones that's winning. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's too much ego. You know what I mean? Because I do it for the kids. Like, I've had opportunity to take money. I've given that money to other people because I just feel like if you bless, God's gonna make sure you straight. You know what I mean? So I just think it's and the reason I'm able to be a good leader is because I'm a good soldier, and I think that's what allows people to grow. So how was you was honored recently? Tell me about that, man. You got glowed up. You finally, took the sweats off, put the whistle off. You got glowed up, sat down, shit, got yourself. So how did you really enjoy that, and what was that about?
Look, giving me my flowers where I'm alive. That was a blessing. Because I mean, just to see the work that I have did and to look back. I mean, I started in 1999. So from 1999 to 2021. To see how many kids I'm placed in school, to see these kids working at major corporations and have their own established businesses, making over $500,000. I got some millionaires in this club. I got doctors, lawyers, nurses. I'm changing lives through sports. So that's really like a big deal. Yeah. And honestly, when you think about it, it's just a thought, but to actually have the cameras rolling, the videos showing, and the kids talking about their experience. I had Darius Garland telling me that I was the first one to get him an All-Star trophy, and Jewel Lloyd talking about our program. That really means something. So it lets you know you're doing what you're doing, and you're doing it at the elite level. To have NBA and WNBA players that have participated in your events, and this is more than I can ask for. So it's always been a blessing, and it's a grassroots. I'm true grassroots is what I am, and that event gave me my flowers, and I appreciate all the people that participated in it, and the people that couldn't make it, that reached out and donated and did everything. It was just a blessing, and the ones that don't, I ain't gonna count it against you. My prayers.
Yeah, you can't even worry about it. You missed out, baby. You know what I'm saying?
And this is going to be an annual event, so I'm going to host it every year, and we're going to kind of change it around and honor some of the, some of our heroes and coaches and people that we admire and I think need to be recognized more. So
most definitely, that's dope, man. That's dope, and I think people need to hear about. I'm glad that you were able to be celebrated. You know what I mean? I hate how we wait till a motherfucker been dead 22 years talking about how special it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it's really good that you got your flowers. So, outside of that, are you still taking individual sign-ups like in the area for your AAU program?
Yeah, actually, you know what I'm going to do? You about to laugh at this one. I'm about to start an 8th and a 9th grade boys team. Can you believe that? I'm going to go right back to the boys. So on that same weekend that we're doing the event, and I'm glad that you're going to be down here helping me out and working with the event, I'm actually going to have a boys tryout on October the 8th for 8th and 9th grade only.
Okay. That's dope. I'm glad you get back in the game because some people ask me 7th grade team. Like I said, if I do something, be like 6th, 7th, 8th. I can't do like 3rd, 2nd, 2, 3. Them
well, they want me to do a 7th grade team too. And what I'm doing is kind of collaborating some of the teams between Indiana, Illinois, and Wisconsin. So we can make that happen. We'll have a whip.
Yeah, because I got some 7th grade. I got some 7th grade killers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got some killers. Yeah, I got some killers. If I can get me 2, 3 bigs, you know me, I like to go in them apartments where the trash running over and find me a couple of bigs where these coaches scared to go. You know what I'm saying? Go to these apartments where they got the safety cameras. And, just ain't nothing but cars with windows knocked out. And, hey, boy, you play basketball? Yeah. And I go in there and tell her, Mama, look here, baby, I don't want nothing from you. I'm going to get him a haircut. Just make sure you're able to go to practice. I don't want nothing from you. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get him to college. I need him. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's how I can stay recycling them. So, yeah, I might put something together. What made you get back in the boys?
I had two coaches begging the crap out of me for the last 2 years, and actually I just had an event, the fall finale, and I watched both of those teams. I watched those kids. I saw the passion in the coaches. I was just like, okay, let me give it one more try. And I just told them, no foolery. You got foolery stuff, it will be cut. I don't have the time and the energy to be bringing in craziness, especially when I'm leaving the girls' game. So I don't want to hear that. So I got two special young ladies that I'm trying to hang on for. But if it doesn't transpire, I'm going to be placing them somewhere else and kind of with these boys, because I've been really successful with the boys. I've been real successful with the girls too, so I can't really complain. And like I said, I give all thanks to Jesus Christ, because without him, a lot of this stuff wouldn't be happening for me.
Amen. So let me ask you, are the boys, are they basically going to play, they're going to play like your set? Basically, they're going to play. Yeah, they're playing some of my events, but they are going to be, doing like the regular, going to the most competitive tournaments. So I'm not just going to use them to just play only at my events. I want them to get out and bust a couple of people's heads so they can come back to my event. Right. Yeah, and see, that's what I want to do with mine. I might put it together, stay local, and just terrorize some people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I start an AAU program within 3 months. It's top 10, top 20. I go straight for blood. So yeah, that's good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna collaborate on that event. I'm gonna let people know what's going on. I appreciate you having me up there, and I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day to let me know what's going on.
No problem.
Who you like in the WNBA finals? The Aces gonna go ahead and put them to sleep.
Yep, that's what I'm going for. Yeah, look, I went to. I don't know if you remember the twin that I had, the 6'6" girl. We went to South Carolina, and what's the young lady's name? The
Asia.
Yeah, Asia actually kept our score at every game that we played, because she was so amazed to see another 6'6" girl that can actually hoop. So that was a big thing for us. Yeah, when we all met her and took pictures with her and everything like that. So definitely rooting for her team. But I was rooting for the Storm with my girl. Yeah. So we back at it, man. We're gonna tap in. Thank you for the podcast. Make sure your people pay attention. And I'm gonna get this up, and we're gonna get it out, and I'm gonna be in touch with you. Okay, that sounds good.
Thank you for having me.
Seeing you, and look forward to working with you in October.
Yeah, we're gonna get it cracking in October, and then the next year. And don't let you. If we get this 7th grade thing going, I get them killers. We're gonna roll it out. I hope plan to do every event up there. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that sounds good.
See you soon.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.